afternoon, everyone. It is Friday, May 8th. Premier has a very brief update. Minister Hickes will give us a statement, and then we'll roll right into questions. Thanks.
Ono sakut ulo me talle me e sebulati khale malawlo ni minister ane hamna ni tulo yikuno khale malangam bi ato sitakwe
Nunavut ubduka ko pahi mahana motikidlugo tana nuban na 19 Nunavut iluani ngito tana kuwenak to ama kuwehuk taktunga tena wakaftu lual rangama ublumi motikidlugo 805 kawi hakto himalaktu 291 huli utak kaya buta anyangi mangata ama kawi nakto 514 nuban 19 kangitut hungitut amma kawi mako pitana hanateli uyok kana ihumay katsana mot ihulilaman hanateli me ihulin uwaptini menerit sa takluta ihumabut amma kawi haga takluta ta kwa naglige yabu ilage yabu hungit sa alwa mangata amma ibitaw akho na rawit ikayok to wala to okamya talutin uwagut ubaluba kawi ma yakang na rawitana akho tumit qawtiluwit ikayok to lwa rawit ubaluba ikayok to yu lwa rawit ta kwa ikayok tigiluta ato katigiluta katudi katigiluta tana anikok to lwa man amma kaitigal inutu hubin na rawit inutu ngitutit ta kwa amehut yuit ilabut naglige yawut ta kwa ikayok mata amma ikayok to wa na rawit uqarlut ikayok to wa rawit ihumalu lwa rawit maanaw yok unga hikti yakoyo itu kanigi yakoyo ninapta kihani katinga yudwa te guhuli uqalutikut qaqataw yakut takut luta akto kalwa luta kanigi lo kalwa luta takwa qawi mayung akho na tutwa inuktiguk ilagi chawa horapta ila ilagi charapta ama katinga wa yualo rapta tana kihani mana yo katilo tangiluta unga itigi mataluta ta ko ublut penik kema yumit to haktala mat nunaling nit huwadya mangata ta ko to ham naksit yung mata kowena ma fitita ko ilang unikane ake ko to mi hamlat nga taikani pitit silaw mata ta ko pingwana mititaraw yang megaluk ublukut unnukut bingo ti sitaksotit amatana unnukut daw ay himasotita tana apekkonio hokto kabnato trivia nay apekkone amanalaw galo tana kiujuta hunaw mangan awenili pingwani ta tunya qawlo mata igloriano ta nutakkanuta ko nutakat ay himangokhoina mata ama hudwana mata pingwa qalutit mana ay himakoyo takapta amma Iqaluit chami hamlet nga tana taw kakatawit ko tak to TikTok makutunut pinggutit silaw to tay ko na TikTok kut ta ko ang nangitay kani kanok kulla ikohong mga kanok tana tagayaw nagligin nagmi pitit silaw taku himangin ako huli tautuk himangin ako YouTube migo atayo tako taw nunali traw yumayung ilang itaw unikang itaka nunali yukta inokotin kanumya pitit sita mata hudlo tani ikayo ko tini takwa matna pagkatakwa nunali pilariakak tamata mahanaw yo ay himakayaw tiluta katinga kayaw ngiluta takwa hamla kanumya ikayo mata inokotingit ni mata ko tautuk sugita ko nunali kano pilinu mangata uwam nuli kowe naktutya ama ikpigin naktutya takwa ikayowa laking matatakwa hibulak tiyo nunaliyo iluani matna papi maanaw yok adjiyong ito ko awla takapta ukain naktaktunga wala adjiyong ito ko awla kapta ayong naktu ko awla kapta katidyo katigiluta ataw he katigiluta tana pening na mayuta na COVID-19 nuban na 19 hada ginatagot amma kingul pa mi uqarlunga Hanat dia leudak patakwa anana ublo kanya mago. Kau yuma yunga ublo lo kayo ngitu ki hanita na kakwa anana kayo Nunavut mi ublo katcham na pohe. Talapoti kut hokalug wilu anana kayo yut upaluba. Akitaw yakut upaluba Iqalakut nudlo ato yang lawit pinyakut. Ama hanat hanan na unginya lang makago mutagut. Hilat chaw na ilang hilat chaw na mata nalang iman ta ko Nunavut mi Nunavut cha na po hi ko be hu cha lo hi ni humai ta ka hu ju mi na man kadda lo hi ko be hu luta kanigi lo ang luta mat na pa hi Nunavut mi ta ku hi ma cha ta ka pi amanala cha ta pi ta na pe ko yat ni kanigi ngin aktua ngin agabu mi cha ta na ubdo ka cha na po hi ta ka cha lo hi Nunavut mi mat na. Good afternoon. There are still no confirmed or probable cases of COVID-19 in Nunavut, and I'm always happy to say that. Today, the total number of people under investigation is 805. 291 people are currently still under investigation, and 514 are no longer under investigation. As you may be aware, we are nearing the end of Mental Health Week. Self-care, check-in, and reaching out are all important now more than ever. If you or someone you know is struggling, please ask for help. Lean on one another when you can, and please remember, even if you feel alone, you are not alone. There's others there for you. We may have to be physically further apart right now, but we are still together, even from afar, and we're always connected and always worthy. Over the last couple of days, I've heard of more great community initiatives across this territory, and I want to take a few minutes to mention a few. In Qoloto, the hamlet has organized an art club, bingo night, an at-home trivia night, and more. In Arvet has delivered packages of toys to help keep kids occupied while they stay home and stay well during COVID-19. And in Cambridge Bay, the hamlet is holding a cultural theme TikTok competition for youth. The women of Cambridge Bay have also made the very touching light and love video about light and kodlak, and if you haven't already seen it, check it out on YouTube. There are so many communities and individuals being innovative and selfless during this pandemic. If you have a project or idea you want me to know about, please share it with me. Seeing examples of community spirit, creative initiatives have been exciting and has kept me positive during these long, sometimes difficult days. And there's been a few. And finally, Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. I'm wishing Nunavut mothers a great day, and I hope the families are able to enjoy, even if you are apart. Have a good weekend. Keep up all your hard work to keep yourselves safe and keep one another safe. Thank you.
Thank you. I think TikTok is single-handedly decimating my internet usage at home. Thanks, everyone. It was announced at the start of this year by the World Health Organization that all of 2020 was to be recognized as the year of the nurse and the midwife. This was an opportunity to celebrate the vital role of nurses and midwives in the delivery of healthcare services across the world. Several months later, in the midst of this global pandemic, we are not just talking about their essential role in keeping us healthy, we are experiencing it firsthand. Nurses and midwives continue to deliver vital healthcare services in our territory, in our country, and throughout the world.
Nalona tawlo simamata na kagupiga kata tilugo no na jole mami anna hamna itulere mo katutsi hatigingit atangyak tigua kawa 2020 ilisa riyaw gayak ningane kagu kinanga anna sirtit amalo irni sutsiyit tema pibi khala wakata khuvia suti gumalloge pimmario yumi kamayo hatarni anna sirtit irni sutsiyit lo awlat sinarmo anna hamna itulere mo no na jole mami Takkera saina simalirtillugi maannaajor nunarjaami saarmaq palliajuq leritilluta uqausiqatuinangittugu pimmariuninginni kuvattini qanuitaitillutik kisiani atuqattalirtavut ullutamaat aanniasiurtiit ernissutsiijiillu suli aulatsitsianginnartu pimmariuyunik aannaaqarnangittulernermu pijitserautinik nunavummi kanatami nunarjaalimaamilo.
Thank you. May 11th to May 17th is recognized as National Nursing Week. As our nurses work tirelessly to ensure that Nunavut have access to the care they need, I think it's important that we all take this opportunity to show them our immense gratitude for their service and their contribution to this territory. Nunavut has more than 300 nurses who are essential to the development and delivery of programs that keep Nunavut healthy. In these uncertain times, as the world battles COVID-19, our nurses are on the front line, providing care to those who need it most. This pandemic has demonstrated our nurses' willingness to put their own health and safety at risk to protect and care for those around them.
Okay. May 11, May 17 mo ilisariausimayor kanatami aanniasiortinut pinasuarusingani. Aanniasiortivutaxajuyaarunnarati qanaayainangata nunavummiut atuinaqaqullugit ippigiyaujutiugialinnik. Pimmariusurigakku atangirluta piviqartittaataakua quyagigatsigu pijitseraqattarninginnut ikayoqattarninginnullu nunavummi. Nunavummi 300 ungataaniittu aanniasiortiit pimmariullutik aaqitsuinermut aulatsinermullu pilirianik nunavummi qanuittailiqullugit. Maananalunartukkuurtilluta nunarjuamilu nuvadjuarnaq 19 mi piliritilluta aanniasiortivut taakkua pilirinerpaatuuqattangata ippigusutsiartutik kikkunnik ikayortaugialinnik. Tamannasiammarniusimaju nuvadjuanarmi nalunaarsigutausimajoq aanniasiortiit nammineq qanuinnerminik attanertuminnerminillu saputjigumallutik ippigusigumallutik kamagigialinginni.
This National Nursing Week, and indeed the entire year of the nurse and midwife, gives us an opportunity to shine a spotlight on these essential health staff. However, our gratitude for your service is not restricted to a single week or a single year. I would like to thank all Nunavut, and I would like all Nunavut to join me in showing our ongoing appreciation for your continued dedication to this territory. Thank you.
Kanatami aanniasiortinu pinasuarusingani ilaaqaagulimaanguneartumitaatsumuga aanniasiortinu ernissutsiiginillu piviqartitauvugun taakkua haarmartitauqullugi ilisariausimallutik pimmariujun aanniaqarnangittulerinimu iqqanaajartivun. Kisianili quyalineriavut pijitserarsimayattinnut pinasuarusiinnarmiutaangittoq ubbalu aqqaagulimaatuinnarmiutaangittoq inattakka nunavummiulimaat saqqiyaartitsiluta quyagigattigu taakkua tunisimatsiaarningi ikayorumanermut nunavummi.
Ken Driscoll, APTN National News. I've been asking the Education Department for this number all week and they haven't given it to me, so I'm hoping the Finance Department will. The teachers who didn't return after you called them back to work, are they still being paid?
Ken Driscoll, APTN kunnik aanniaqarnangittuleriyikkunna piriinnaqaluangat taakkua aanniasiortitaikua tilaungittut suli akillersortauvakiinaujatsaanginni.
Thanks, Quent. I don't have the specific details, but from my understanding, all GN staff, unless they're under some type of arranged leave, would be getting paid.
Taannallatakiuyunnangitaqaluaqa ilulingi kisiani nunavugavamakkungi lima akillersortaussuu qikarutiminni atuqaluaquttikuppalu maannauju.
And my next one's for Mr. Hickes as well. How much money has been assigned by special warrant of the Financial Management Board to date?
Taakkua qatsiuvat ibbit atiliursimajati kiinaujallerinermu aulatsinermu katimajenginni atiliursimajati ullumimu.
Thanks, Ken. I'm trying to do the math in my head right now. I'd have to get back to you. I don't have the exact number. There's been 3 special warrants that I've approved to date. Thank you.
Maannauju ila qaujigasoortaqaluangi kisiani uterbiugiaharniartuti taakkua qatsillattaangummagaata taakkua pingassu atiliurtausimaju maunatuinna kiinaujartoqutiharnermu atuutiuqattarsimaju.
Rajni Sharma, Nunavut News. Mr. Hickes, I understand the latest figure shows that $4 million have been spent for self-isolation as of May 6th. I was wondering, is this figure higher than what the GN has, like what the GN predicted would be for self-isolation at this time?
Rajni Sharma Nunavut kunnik Mr. Hickes tako kinulleqpa mitakulau tangi $4 million raasima yugu tako ani teeli titausima yohalluna ani tujummi vimmi May 6 munut tako hubbasinnirsava ibbiniriugi yuyanginni.
Thanks for the question. I would say initially, no, it's not a surprise. One of the uncertainties when we did put this travel restriction is we didn't know how many residents were outside the territory. So we had made some very rough estimates, and this has fallen in line with what I had anticipated anyway.
Tako huasaari laungi taka mana yunaluna yummanila tako hatsiummangata nunavusila taaniittut kisani ubanga nalautsayu yangani tako hanittui hatsuya toksema yavullumim.
Mr. Hickes, is it possible to tell us how much more money the GN is willing to put towards self-isolation?
Mr. Hickes, taanna hatsikanna nunavugava makungin kino yakturunarne qatamakkununga tuyummi vimmiti taayunu hallunaani inutugia haqti taayunu.
Good question. We don't have a figure in mind, nor do we have a timeline in mind, which I think is the biggest parameter. I think this money that we've expended to date has allowed us to be as, I'm going to say, as successful to this point of keeping COVID-19 out of the territory. So I do consider it a well-placed investment.
Tana pekutitsia vaugaloa kisani hatsiummanga taisumagiyahangittu ngammalo hangakkuurniarma taanna pinerpaangumma hanutigirniarninga kisani suluyorsartunga tamakkua kayusitsiarutigisima yavu tamanna nuvajuarnaq 19 Nunavut tikittailititaussimaninganu.
Megan Dooling, Nunavut News. I'm wondering, the $30.8 million from the federal government, has your government been able to access and use any of that money yet?
Megan Dooling, Nunavut kunnitaana $30.8 million government pivigigunnarsiloqissi ullumimu.
Thanks, Megan, for the question. Unfortunately, not. We do not have the details on that funding as of yet, and I know the Premier Savikataaq mentioned to me today that he had brought it up on his call with Prime Minister Trudeau last night. So we are looking forward to getting more details, not just on getting the money rolled out, but if there's any spending parameters within that.
Kuyanamik takwa gailuling hawyamangi takka taana sibulertiuhaqqayo angayaqharjuami Trudeau mi patsauhaqateqarnernga taana nalunayaqtaugiaqhujiri yumini hatsillattaani tuqartoqarnearmanga tamau.
And I know part of that money was $1.6 million per month to airlines in the territory, and I know last time you said that the $2.25 million that you had been giving to airlines, you're not anymore. So can you just tell me what that means for what you know of what that means for airlines right now?
Taana 1.6 million taqitamakilirtauhattu yununavummu tamakkununga hangatayuleriinu toqaangayuq taana lununavugavamakkunginni 2.2 million akilirtauhattaqunniangat hanurli taakua hangatayuleriji hanuilingaleqqamaannamu.
Thanks for the question, Megan. With regards to the $5 million, it was separate from the 30.8, but just to clarify, although the money hasn't flowed to us yet, the discussions on how it can be utilized are ongoing, and I feel that's I'm a lot more comfortable with the progress on that portion of the announcement that Prime Minister Trudeau made. So we are, again, as I'd mentioned Wednesday, we are working with the airlines to fine-tune the exact amount that they need to maintain the service levels that we have right now. So it is a back and forth, and it's an ongoing process. So I'm more confident of that one.
Rinnami tako 5 million immikkuungalortu taakkunanga 30.8 million nikiinau yaqsirilaulortunik suli pilaungitaqalaavu kiinauyait kisani hannoq taakkua tamaunganuttirtauniarmangata suli uqauseriinneqatigu ammalu taana angayoqqaarjuar Trudeau uqauserilaortangi hannoq tamakkua pivigigunnarnearmangatigu pingatsirme pilere khatigi pilangin naqtarbuta ko hangata juulirijit khanutigilu pikhattarnea mga tasule ukhatigi naqtabukhat makimagunnaqullugi.
I will supplement that just a little bit, Megan, if you don't mind. I think we've all recognized that $5 million over 3 months to sustain the airline industry in Nunavut, which is an essential service, is obviously recognized as not being enough. So we are considering it as a first phase of investment.
Ilagiarlugu taakko qauyi magalortunga $5 million taqqinu pingassunu naammayungimma kiseani taakko pimmariulluti piisserauti harninginnut qauyigiakkannerniartavu tamanna sibullerpaarsiutiulaunga.
So just to clarify, you have that $5 million for the airlines, or you know that it's coming, so you're acting as if you have it?
Tukisinartigiarlugu taanna $5 million pissimalertasi ubbalu pissimajujaartutigu pissimajujaarlugu aulaniqaqqisi pilaungikkaloartugu.
Thanks. The money is not in our account yet, but we're treating it as the checks in the mail.
Qujannami taakko kiinauyavugu kiinauyakkuvingit niingittuugalua kiseanit suurlu sikki tikippallianinganu isumagilertavu.
And may I please ask Dr. Patterson a question? I just want to ask you another question about the 3 requirements to open up. You know, we've kind of gone over 0 cases and testing capability in the territory, but what level of opening up in southern jurisdictions will we need to see here in order for us to consider that happening there?
Luta Patterson aperigu majigitaakko pingassut malittaugia haqujati matiaqpallianiarutta suullu tamani nuvajjuarnartoqangilluni ammalo qauyisaaqutitsaqatsaalertuta qanutigili taakko qallunaani matiaqpallianingi qimiqqulugi malippalliarsilaaqigi.
We're more looking at what's happening with their counts of new cases, that they're starting to drop off, like it gets slower, or that the rise is slowing down.
Taakko qauyisaaqpalliayavu qatsiuqattarningi nuvajjuanartaarpalliayut ammalo katapallialermangata isumagitsaaqattar ila taakko pimmariunerpa qatsiinnaquppallia leqqata.
So do you have a level that you're looking for?
Qatsiuleqqata isumagiyaqqi.
Not a set one at this point, no.
Aaqittausimajoqanngittumaanna aakka.
Okay, but it's not low enough right now.
Qatsiinnaungiluartussuli.
Not at the moment, and we are working on getting diagnostic capacity throughout the territory, but we only have it functional and validated in Iqaluit as of today.
Aagamaannauju kisaani qauyisaaqutitsianittaunalunaersitsiaarsumagiahaqatta maannauju qauyisaaqutitsatuahaqatta tamaani iqalunnitua.
Jackie McKay, CBC News. To follow up on Megan's question, though we haven't hit that 3 criteria to open up, is there any plans to open up within the territory?
Jackie McKay, CBC kunni Megan ateqqutiiqaritaartangilagiarlugu taakko sivullerpaami matiuppallaaaleqqatat isumagiyaharsimaviitamanna Nunavut iluani matiuppalliaqqaarniarmanga.
Yeah, once we get 2 out of 3, if we're comfortable that things aren't out of control in the south, then we can start to open up internally and gradually ease back that way.
Taakko maqqu pissimaleruttigu pingassuulingajuni isumarsassiorutigiga yartavut ammalu qauyimalerutta tamakku aalatautsaarnersauniginnik taima Nunavut iluani matiuppallianinginni issumagunnarsiballialaartugu.
As we're heading into summer, people are starting to get anxious to set up their tents, particularly in Sylvia Grinnell. What would you recommend on if people are able to do that?
Aujaaqpallialernga tamakku aluaniarpalliagumanialertuti suurlu tupersimagiartorluti aqaluikkuungani taimigunnarniaqquti qanumaligiaqariaqqa.
I think federal parks are still closed, but otherwise, as we've said for a while, if people want to go out on the land in their household, that's safe.
Tako suli government o hakumengo yasuk be huting e suli matu sima balai yo kisane o hatta simaga makikuti na pilo to me angi kami o hatigi no hatta ko mapata no hatta ko natsak to taman na ulo ga nangito.
We've had some people call into the CBC asking about with the capacity of 5 people to interact with within your household. Can families visit elders in the facilities, particularly in Iqaluit now? Would you say that's safe?
Aperio hatta sima ma CBC kunno tamakko sulu hausrela osmanyati talle mauluti katigunnar nerarsutik takko le ilagi yau innarni inna COVID-19 tamani pilartu me khalunni pularaarunarsila.
I think the elders facilities and all care facilities are still closed to visitors.
Takko inna COVID ammalo ippigi yau vi tamani Nunavut suli matusima yuinna yo pularaarunnarati.
Previously, there was talk about getting testing capacity in Rankin Inlet. I'm wondering where we are at that.
The gene expert is there. They're doing the work to get it validated right now.
Thank you.
Ken Driscoll, ABTN National News. Dr. Patterson, that's sort of a follow-up on one of Jackie's questions. At some point, the territory is going to begin to reopen. What I'm wondering, what are the first things that are going to change and go back to the way they were? What's the very first steps you'll take when you're comfortable reopening things?
Ken Driscoll, ABTN kunnik luta Patterson taana ilagaro mayangapit kutiugatatu. Tamani Nunavut mi matiirtik palle kannili qatakisu sibulleq paangulaaqqat ammalo
We'll be looking at the daycares, maybe in reduced capacity, but getting the daycares opened up, getting some of the service work where it's one-to-one contact, getting those opened up and opening up for or allowing larger groups outside to get together.
Matuerta khatau gayaktu atangin yattu galomik tamakko pejitsirauti uyutsurlu inutu makkutu hatigi gunnarnawa pejitsirauti matuerta valle qaarayarmiyut ammalo amisuunersai katingaju silami gunnaqaya qaaqsutik taakko matuipallealeqa.
Coin and me for the interpretation. The next one's probably for Minister Hickes, but it does involve hunting, so the Premier might want to get it. There's been some national worry over the food supply recently, especially meat with the meatpacking plants and the amount of infection that's been found there. Now, you provided money early on for communities to do community hunting. Some communities are saying now that that initial funding has run out. I'm wondering, is there any plan to top that money up for the food supply?
Minister Hickes, balone sibulaktimot. Tamani kanata me samalu to hapalle asimama niriyat sakalo agunne to inara aharne mo pilo aktemita ko nihili review yu nihini agri review yu matu khattar to tisar ma bio khattar simallo tiktak ko sibulak pa me nuna lekina yakta tito yu mata nguna sigunda tinitak ko anong simalak tut sa mata ilagi yakta kanila kata ko ikayuti.
Thank you. The initial payment that the HTOs got was they got 25,000 from the government of Nunavut. They got, I believe, another 5,000 from NTI and another 5,000 from the regional Inuit orgs, and plus there was some other monies that we gave to the hamlets for food security and NTI too. So we can relook at it, but as of right now, we're not planning on it. Matna. He would department kwa makaiti ko katima yingit 25,000 min tunia ola mata Nunavut government ngani NTI ko ni 5,000 ta kan nakhli mata kwa inu katit jakati ni 5,000 ta kan law mata mata hamla kutaw nakatawati kanit bigino ma pimana khimayo Nunavut government ko ni NTI ko ni mahana yoktana tautung ita betul ni hikan ni alat ki hani kema waktu dua tabu kani mana yok ke itu mi humakang itu.
Rajni Sharma, Nunavut News. I have a question for Dr. Patterson. Dr. Patterson, as you probably are aware, 708 guests have completed their isolation, and about 314 individuals are currently in isolation down south. And as I've already mentioned, $4 million have been spent on self-isolation. So I'm wondering, moving forward, how much will these facts affect your decision as to how long you will keep the self-isolation hubs open down south?
Sharma Nunavut News Kumnik Luta Patterson how ye mag to Sasimagama Dako 708 to young me Tamawatikisimaleto Tamalosuli 348 Nulutik Tema to young me to Ulumi Mulut 4 million Atosimalekhamata Hanutiki Tema to Kanerunara Hamna Katambalo Hanutiki Tamako to young me Miguel Halunani Tema Hatara Hamna Kasule.
The point I forgot to mention, all these guests have been tested not to have COVID-19, so considering that as well.
Puigong atakwa tao tu yung mi hatak tu mini kawi sak tao yun na si mamata no va jwa nak to khalaw ngim mata taman na tao kana tu ni khasima ba.
The nice thing about being in my position is it's not, I shouldn't say nice thing, but I've been told right from the beginning the agreement is I'm not worried so much about the money, but in protecting the health of Nunavut. And yes, the impacts of this are significant, but the impacts if we had COVID-19 in multiple communities at one time could be much bigger. And so in terms of prevention, we'll continue to do what we need to do to protect the health of Nunavut.
Tatsumale kanayang ni akakaya ko tigin panga ko Josi mamat ang yaktaw si maluni lokina yan isumalo ko yaw gani kasi ani tamakko kano iteli titaw ni Nunavut mi usivul lek pauti mago nalunang itu taman nakina yaktigo tu ni kalakit si mamat amalo tay mga ayong nam naksaw kaya lang nunalin na mi sunusang magbiw ni ka nuwadyo nak 19 so tay may mat sa pujiga swak si matuin nam nakatamakko kano iteli kulugin Nunavut mi.
My next question is for Minister Hickes. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, yes. Up to this point, do you feel like the GN could have done anything differently to reduce the cost of self-isolation down south?
Ulumi Nunavut government kung adjung ito ni piliri gayak katamako akitulo ako nagino to katak titaw gali halunani akito sa maningin no.
I think that's an interesting question. I think one of the first things that comes to mind is if we would have been able to plan it out better. We did put this together in about 36 hours of setting up these isolation hubs. So I commend the staff for accomplishing that. In a normal process, we would have gone to like competitive bids or at least invitational bids, which might have alleviated some of the costs.
Kuyan na mihitan na to sa kuminak to kasi anay sibulak pa mi paknat si man nero tigo kuyo naksaw kaya lang to sibong ago taman na akitsot tao lang ay kakani 36 to inaknik kanlunani to yung may bimitit sa katam na tayo may makuyagi baka upigilugi kanayak tibut ila kay ila pibika ko na lang na tasol akit to ka titit sa katam na kuta akikin naksaw kaya lang to sa yuga lang.
But I think just to follow up a little bit more with that is, as Dr. Patterson mentioned, it's not like we've given them a blank check, but at the same time, we realize that these costs are an investment. And anytime as a finance minister, when we approve money or when I work with my colleagues to approve money, we want to see some return on that. And I feel that the return on that is materialized with the progress that we've made in keeping COVID-19 active out of Nunavut.
Ilagiar lugutan luta Patterson uhakam masulu kino yani taimatu inalu atu ratsani tuni sisimalaging itakaluavut kisani tamakko atu ya halak tabukino yay pitjute khatsela ngata kana lukino ya ligikunu minesta uluni ang itaw kay gasoala kay kami niriyo khattanga kisune utak biut sela mga tatanalit nubadyo ang naktulirin utak biut sela sumayugutay ma ullo memununa bumutiki simangin.
Jackie McKay, CBC News. Minister Hickes, the federal government has announced a number of funding initiatives for students in light of COVID-19. On April 22nd, the federal government announced $9 billion for a Canada Emergency Student Benefit, as well as $75.2 million for Indigenous post-secondary students. I'm wondering if your government knows how this money is going to be allocated to students in Nunavut.
Jackie McKay, CBC Kunnik, Minister Hickes, tako government of Hakukino yani naruna sila usima khatta yummatay for 22 me $9 billion to avem naktukwili nerti no Iqaluit amalo 7.2 million nuna hakakti minino ilit nerti no torangan lotik hanuli tamakko Iqaluit ne kanuna bumili nerti no.
Thanks for the question, Jackie. Out of the three programs that you mentioned, two of them are fixed amounts, the $2,000 a month for the CERB, or the Emergency Relief Benefit, and $1,250 a month for the students. The Indigenous student funding, I'm still unfamiliar with exactly how that's going to be rolled out, but I am very intrigued with it because if you look at the demographics of Nunavut, a large percentage of our students that are out for post-secondary studies, or even students here with our Nunavut Arctic College, are Indigenous. And with the highest quality, we have a great quality of life here, but with one of the highest costs of living in the country in Nunavut, every dollar for those students is critical. They're losing out on summer employment opportunities that they would normally be accessing. So to me, I think I welcome the investment in the students, but I do want to see exactly how that's going to roll out that program.
Tako tinga sulinga yu hausa katakta ti akitsima yup sulu $2,000 takitamat ambalo ay pa $1,250 takitamat ilid na akitsi yunut kisani litur sa kaya kan nikawana takatako ano nakakakto mini ilid na akitsi no tuka ngayon nalo na tayo katalaw tut kaya magatami su nakpatako sila tu sa bila katato halo na ano tamanilo nuna bume sila tu sa bimilid na akitsi nuna hakatu mini nagalaw mata tamanilo nuna bumaki tunakpa ngulo ni nuna suang ng mata ko kinaw yay Iqaluit kalaki gunang ata pilo akto mi yak kanaya ta kon na jangi kay naktilugi ta ko tunga sitsa ta kakinaw yay tamatu mga toka ngayon.
It sounds like with the Indigenous student benefit that you don't know right now how that's going to impact Nunavut students. I'm wondering if you have anything to say about how Nunavut students should go about trying to access that money. And a lot of Indigenous students down south have said that they don't know how to access it. So I'm wondering if there's anything this government can do to help Nunavut out.
Tako nuna hakatu minin ulinati sino tamani atu te harun ng ata nuna bume harun na kay hanu tigi kayong na harun ng mga ata to sasi magamalo halo na ani nuna hakatu mini ayong nang naray hatang ata atu inakta kaso ng mita kuninga ulinati sino kayo kaya kita matuwa.
I think the first thing with any program when they're announced is to establish what the criteria to access for one and what the benefits are going to look like. If you look at the student funding that they've announced, the $1,250 a month, it's a flat rate per student. So I don't know if there's going to be any accommodations for cost of living or, when we look at other support programs, you take like a food basket cost or those types of measures. So I haven't had a chance to go over it in detail, Jackie. I do look forward to seeing exactly how that's going to roll out from the federal government. And if they're looking for suggestions, I'm sure after some a little bit more in-depth thought, I'm sure I could have some suggestions for them.
Sibulla pata kwa sakatawe matakina ya kitsi khattaka hangata to agaw galid ni khano pijagun nak mangata amalo khano Iqaluit tayo nang nak mangata Tana 1250 takita mapia hatakto asidja hatangitu galoa kisanitaw taas mga nutamot isamat saksiyong na mga taino na sa mga akituningan ni tamani nakilo akituninginik ilulingi kayo yung mga inaki utakito na mga hanu gaba mataka tamatuminga sakyak sinar mga tambalo nalunang ito atulay ko juti liobigi gum nalaktak hanu tamani aulat siya akong nakayak mga.
I think one other thing to recognize of Nunavut students, maybe not specifically, but a lot of our students have families that they're providing for as well too, which we see through the Nunavut Arctic College even here, family accommodations and such things. So I think some recognition of dependence would be something worth exploring with that program.
Tana tahu na bumuto ka ngayon ilin niya tino amis sutamak ko sila to sa bilang tuwi hitong nakakatang ata Nunavut sila to sabi kung ini suloy lagi no tamak ko to yung mibihakata na lang na sa mamataman na kaman na sa masaksiyo tiyo kaya kam na medyo hano tigita ko hitong wang ilang ilo ikayo siya takataw kung nakayak mga ata.
Thank you. My next question is for whoever thinks they can answer it. How many people are currently not in hotel isolation but have applied to go into isolation?
Hatsiulak kata ko sila to sabi mingi to tamang tutsirak to utirumasimayo.
The wait list as of a couple of days ago is down to 0. People are applying and getting in very quickly. So there might be a small number of people who are just making that transition. A week or two ago, it was there was a few days wait getting into the Ottawa hub, but that has settled down now.
Tako man no yo takhi yo tamang otak palego mayo pita karunik to 0 to tsirak si mayo kila me alo kamagiya katalang ata malo ilang itamako suli pinasa ko si lok to me makulo ni nasa malak to Ottawa mo otak katalaw to galo to yok me bimos isirog nak ningi kisane otak kilo ara to katarunik to.
There are some pending requests for exempted travelers who may be redirected to the isolation hubs, but we've asked them to provide more information and are waiting to get all of that.
Tako ilang utak kiyo galo tamako tamang otero mayut solo to yung maybe mo nak to suli to kisigi ako tinipikan na kakatas utak ito nak to katsinay.
Thank you. I wanted to follow up on a couple things my colleague mentioned was that so far we've now spent $4 million on hotel isolations and that there's 700 people have gone through. I'm wondering where those numbers have come from. They're different than last week.
Tako ilagay ang luwik na yakatingan natin ko tawag to lumimo $4 million atok taw sa mayo kaluna nito yung may hakitit sinamoy no to view galinik 700 ngo si malang nakakta kalutik tanad jiging ima pinasa ko si ulok tumita ko nakikat si uningi piyaminiti.
Thanks, Jackie. As I'd mentioned last week, we spent up to about $2 million, and I was waiting for invoicing and the normal accounting process to go forward. Now, with people that have cleared isolation and that are still in isolation, we're at 1,022 people, and I understand you just got some information handed to you that'll probably help clarify the response better.
Pinasa ko si ulok tumi $2 million ngune kayugak ko tamak ko tak hinirak to gilo kinaw ila. Akilit siya nung nalakait, kinaya lagi ng mulo, takigya kalawat tigo. Ako sa simalik to 1,022 unlumimo.
Thank you. Just one last question. I'm wondering if the GM is considering changes to the way the isolation hub has been going now that we have the majority of the people back in Nunavut. Would you consider particularly people from the Baffin region isolating within Nunavut so that money is staying within the community?
Yung lakpata napik ko tinga Nunavuga ba makungi isimat saksi simabat asidjak daw na mga takalo na nito inutuviu titaw ya hatak to tamak ko amisu uter simalang ata so hikit talong mi tamana hikit talong mi nga tuyong mi binani tali titaw nga kun nakayak mga ata.
That's one of the things that we discussed even right at the very beginning, Jackie, when we look at the hospitality industry in Nunavut is taking a hit, and if there's, you would think that would be an easy opportunity to be able to assist that industry here in the territory. The danger is then people are traveling before that isolation period has started, and has potential to bring COVID-19 to the territory, and as well as potentially spread it en route too. In addition to that, is if somebody does get seriously ill with COVID-19, as we've talked about many times, we don't have that tertiary capabilities in territory, so then we would have to medevac somebody out. So right now we feel this is the best path.
Ilang taman na pigang ang nga nisa magilaw sa mayavu tamakwa so lutong nga sutit siyit to yung meveruyit at so naktukula kasi mamata taman na kayo na kaya law to galwa kasi ani atanak tumigo ti kalaw nga tamakwa ani tele ti tawlaw nga ti tikiti taw na katanat sa na kaya law nga ta nubatwa nak 19 mik tamaw nga palati lugisar ma tuin na kaya ningin ni Te may makalunani giangin na kaw na pangulaw ngat ang malumani kanin matohang na kat kanga tayo ko lak titaw hatta kaya hayang at tayo makaw na pangusri law kat tiko.
Thank you.
Thank you.